Hello beautiful people, it is Amanda here from Mystical Dragon, bringing you another Oracle deck review today. This time we're going to take a look at the beautiful Isis Oracle, which is by Alana Fairchild, and the illustrations are by Jimmy Manton. Really lovely deck. I am myself connected to the goddess Isis. I really adore working with her, and I really do like this deck. It has a lot of lovely aspects to it, which I'm really pleased to be able to show you guys today. It is a 44 card deck, this one, and you might already be able to see it is one of those ones that's a little bit bigger, so it is a really good handful, but still I find it still very easy to work with. But I know occasionally some people do have a little bit of trouble with the extra big cards. So this is our guidebook, which is a really good size. It's also a bit of a bigger guidebook. It's a thicker guidebook as well, and does contain lots of information for us. So there's a little bit of an introduction at the beginning. And she's kind of introducing you to the concept of rituals in that introduction as well. And that is because with this deck, each and every card has a ritual connected to it that you are able to do. So it's not an absolute essential thing, but definitely it is a really lovely optional extra that you can do, where when a certain card comes up for you, be able to really embrace what that card is asking of you, and a really nice next step, so to speak. So we do have the how to use this deck as usual, and there are some spreads. So we've got a Golden Son of Horus spread, which is an 8-card spread, and the Wing of Isis spread, which is a 5-card spread, and even a little channeled message from the goddess Isis herself. Then we dive into the card messages. So you do get a few pages with each and every card in this deck. So here we've got, you always have our focus, couple of keywords, and then it goes right into the explanation, the guidance that is particularly connected. And as you can see with this first one, we've got a couple of pages of guidance and explanation here with that card. Then it dives into a ritual that's connected, and you have a couple of pages generally of information connected to that ritual, guiding you in what to do and say. And then there is also an incantation that is connected to each card as well. So each card really connects to a particular Egyptian divinity, and that is the divinity that you are working with, obviously along with that particular focus. So with the first card here, we had Sothis and abundance, and we dive into that, and that is an abundance ritual that we do with Sothis, and an incantation for Sothis, Star of Sothis. So each one is the same type of format. You can't go wrong with knowing you're at the right card, because you do have the little image of the card there as well. Quite a lovely way that she's been able to connect each of the cards into, an Egyptian theme or energy, or something connected to Egypt, or that spiritual energy. And all of the cards, so I think you average about 5 to 6 pages of information per card. So all of them continue in that same kind of format, where you've got guidance around the card itself, then your ritual and your incantation. So if you were just using this spread for a reading and you didn't want to do the ritual side, there's plenty of information and guidance coming through for just using it as a straight oracle deck, as you can see. So that's why the book's so thick, because there is quite a bit of information that is there for us. Let's take a look at the cards themselves. This is the back. So we've got a scarab beetle on the back, which is really lovely. And then the imagery is really lovely. You can't miss what the key energies for each card are. They're very well highlighted there at the bottom. Not too much information. Sometimes some of the cards, I think, just put a little bit too much words on their cards. I don't personally always appreciate that, but I think the balance is really nice here with the Isis deck. Lots of golds and blues and, you know, really strong bold colours in this deck, which really suits the Egyptian energy, the Egyptian connection that we're working with here. Lots of good information. I've done a couple of the rituals out of the book myself and found them to be really good, really lovely, connected, like make lots of sense. Have a lot of meaning and energy behind them. The only thing I probably would question with this deck is there is at least one card which has got the god Set that is depicted in it, and Set is a god of chaos, and having images of him certainly tend to bring more chaotic energy and not so positive energy. So that's him there. So I would question that a little bit in deciding to do that. But aside from that, this is a really beautiful deck. The rituals are really lovely. It's well written, well thought out, lots of wonderful spiritual guidance in this deck. Beautiful imagery, like it is a really beautiful deck to work with. So definitely something you can use as an oracle card deck to bring through just that intuitive guidance, or you can take it a step further and be able to do the rituals, or if you're seeing clients, maybe even, you know, pass on some of the rituals to them to be able to do as like some homework and further healing, or taking that particular theme that maybe's come up in the reading, you know, taking that a little bit further and do something with it which is tangible and positive for them. So definitely a great deck. Would love to hear your thoughts on it from the flip through, or if you already own this deck, what your thoughts are on working with this deck. I haven't found it to be an overly complicated deck to work with, but I do find that I have that Isis connection, that bit of Egyptian connection, as I mentioned, so that can help with that connection with the deck and that guidance to flow through a little bit easier as well. So I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. And don't forget that you can buy this deck from us at Mystical Dragon. We have an e-store, we have a physical store as well. Our physical store is in Seaford, Victoria, Australia. And our e-store, you'll find the link in the description below that you can go check out. We don't just sell oracle decks, we sell crystals and lots of witchcraft supplies and books and tarot decks and plenty more things there for you to check out and have a connection with too. Wishing you a magnificent day and looking forward to connecting with you again soon, guys. Blessed be.